slang. So in my last session I was discussing about pollution license, isn't it? I think I have discussed part A and part B. So today we will move with part C and part D. If time is left, we will also, learn health license also. Okay. So part B of pollution license. Pollution license. Okay. So part C. Okay. So if you see in part C, it is to be filled by treatment, storage and disposal facility operators. Who has to fill it? For every factory you are having operators, isn't it? So it is to be filled by those operators. And what are those operators called as? Treatment, storage and disposal facility operators. So part C is to be filled by treatment, storage and facility, disposal facility operators. Disposal facility operators. Okay. So only that person knows complete details in this part. So that is the reason this part is to be filled by those people. Like part A is general and everybody can fill that. Part B is to be filled by hazardous wastage generators. That is relevant. Now if you are trying to fill any application, it should be signed by student. Okay, it has to be filled by student. That option will be there, that part will be there. For office use only, to be filled by officer, means it is not for you, it is somebody else. But that application is taken by everyone. Got my point? So in the same way, this application is also having different kinds of parts which is needed to be filled by different kinds of people. Okay, so this one is to be filled by whom? The facility, storage and disposal operators. So what is the first one? Provide details of the facility. First one, provide details of the facility. Okay, so what kind of facility? Okay, like first thing, you need to provide a map, layout map. Okay, like what is your factory, where is your disposal office, okay, your disposal department, okay, where are you storing your wastage, that complete picture, that blueprint. Okay, now before constructing any house, the engineer will draw a plan and give it to you. That is layout. Okay, so that map you need to give, that is point number 1. I am not writing everything on the board because it's already there in your textbook. Okay, location of the site. Okay, you need to give the location of the site with layout map. Then you have to give your safe storage capacity. Okay, safe, you are storing your waste. You are storing your waste or else all the hazardous substances that is being released, you are storing it, isn't it? Somewhere in your factory you are storing it. So you need to give that capacity, like in how many tons that particular storage can store the wastage, that capacity you need to give. Okay, next one, what is the treatment that you are using and what is their capacities, treatment process. Okay, like see girls, that garbage will be smelling, isn't it? So what kind of treatment procedure you are trying to apply, and what is that capacity towards how much extent you can control it. Okay, that is the third point you are going to give. Then secured landfills. Few people will put it in land also, isn't it? So how you are trying to do that landfill securely? Mention it. Okay. Next one. What is the collection? How you are collecting the wastage and how you are saving it. Here it's talking about collection. Okay, so fire fighting system, all of a sudden if there is some short circuits or something like that, how you are fighting, what kind of system is there, fire fighting system, that need to be mentioned. And what kind of environmental planning are you doing in order to monitor the environment. Okay, whether your environment is being polluted, then what kind of treatment are you giving it, what kind of method are you following it in order to give, you should think about it. Then next, second point, provide details of any other activities undertaken. Provide details of any other activities undertaken. Undertaken for what? At the treatment storage, at the, this one you have to write, at the treatment, storage and disposal facility. Understood? So if you, apart from these treatments or else apart from these activities, are you doing any other activity apart from these? Are you doing any other activity at the area of these three? If yes, then you provide. If no, then put no. Okay. Third one. Attach a copy of environmental clearance. Attach a copy of prior environment clearance. Understood? So prior, see, before applying for license, you might have taken environment clearance. Okay, that certificate from municipality or certificate from the government you have taken. So attach that copy. Understood? So that's it in part C. Now we will move to part D. This is to be filled by recycling people. Someone who is involved in recycling business. Recyclers or pre-processors or co-processors or users of hazardous or other waste. Okay? So part D. Part D. To be filled by recyclers or pre-processors or co-processors okay, or users of hazardous or users of hazardous and other waste. Okay, this is to be filled by those. Okay, so in this first point, okay, nature and quantity of different waste received per annum. Nature and quantity of different waste received, I'm writing in short mark, received per annum. Okay, nature and quantity of different waste received per annum. This is first point you need to write. Okay, what kind of wastage are you utilizing to do a byproduct or recycling it? Bottles can be recycled, paper can be recycled, isn't it? So likewise plastic can be recycled, simple to say. So what kind of, so that you need to write plastic, what is its nature? Plastic. What is its nature? Paper. Okay, and its quantity, and how the different waste are being released per annum, that you are going to write. Then second one, installed capacity as per registration. Installed capacity as per registration issued by District Industries Company or Center, given by, issued by District Industry Center. Okay, so the district officer or district industry center, it will try to tell every recycler, it will try to tell every pre-processor or spoke processor, it will try to tell very clearly. Okay, yeah, it will try to tell very clearly how much wastage should be released. Okay, that capacity, how much you have registered. Okay, it has given you all certain measures, this much only you have to release, this much only, it has given you certain number. Okay, so in which number you have registered, what is that capacity, you have to write in this second point. Third point, details about secured storage. Details about secured storage. Okay, how much of storage you have secured, those details you need to give. Next one, process description including process flow sheet. Okay, process description, simple as I will tell you what it is. Process description. So you are following a process in recycling something. You are following a process, in pre-processing something, isn't it? You are following a process of when you are releasing when you are dealing with hazardous or some kind of wasted substances. So that description you need to give here. You are following a process, you are following a step, isn't it? That description you need to give here, like what chemicals is being released, at which process, at which step, what kind of wastage it is released. Okay, all that details you need to give. That is fourth point. Now fifth point, details of end users. Details of end users of your byproduct as well as any other product any other product, of users of products and byproducts. Okay, so who is using your byproducts? Byproducts means I already told you all, already you have manufactured one product, with that wastage you are trying to produce another product. Okay, so how, okay, who is using that? Who is using your byproducts and your co-processor products? Okay, those customers details you need to give. Then sixth one, details of pollution control system. So here only I am writing now. Sixth one, details of pollution control systems. Details of pollution control system. Okay, so many things you are releasing into the environment, isn't it? So how you are trying to control them, give those details. Okay, now seventh point, provide details of occupational and health benefits or measures. Provide details of occupational and safety measures. Now, one point to be noted that whoever is working under you, whoever the employees, whoever are working under you, what kind of measures are you taking to protect them? Now, don't think about the society, think about your employees also, because they are dealing with hazardous substances in your organization, isn't it? So, how are you protecting the health of your employees? That you need to provide. Okay. Eighth point. Is there any facility set up by Central Pollution Control Board guidelines? Okay. Simple to say, has the facility been set up? Has the safety facility been set up? Now, what happens is, in such type of factories, okay, in such type of factories, government will set up a team. Apart from your team, government will set up one team. Okay. So under Control Pollution Board guidelines, okay, under Control Pollution Board guidelines, government will also set up some team, okay, to protect your factory and to protect your employees. Apart from your measures that you have taken, government will also set up some team. So is that set up? That is what they are asking. If yes, then okay. If no, then you should say no. Okay. The ninth one, arrangements for transportation. Arrangements for transportation of wastage. So now when you are manufacturing, you are releasing some wastage, isn't it? You cannot keep that wastage with you only. Somewhere you will try to dispose it. So how you are arranging to transport it? What kind of measures are you taking to transport the wastage? That details you need to give here. So understood? So that's it, ma. So this is all about your pollution license. So part A you know, part B you know, it is done in my last class only. Part C is now, which is needed to be filled by treatment, storage and disposal facility operations, as well as part D, that is needed to be filled by recycler or pre-processors or co-processors. Okay. So here nine sentences are being given. Okay. So all these nines you have to give a small information. So if you have filled this complete application which is having 4 parts, then you will get your pollution license. So it's not so easy, good to get license. You are observing so many industries who are manufacturing all these things, and we are enjoying the product of them. But see how much of pain they are taking and then they are doing business. It's not so easy. Okay. So with this the pollution license is done. Now we will try to move to health license. Okay. Still 12 minutes is left, so we will try to move to health license. So next one is health license. Put the heading health license. How do the manufacturers of drugs, okay, what is drugs? Again, don't take in a negative way. Any tablet that you are using is called as drugs only. Okay? Any tablet, whichever you are using, it might be a citizen, it might be paracetamol, it might be anything, it is called as drug only. Okay? So whoever is into healthcare system, whoever is manufacturing or dealing with these drugs, need to take this health license. Okay? So let us write grant of health license. So pollution license is over. Grant of Okay, so now it is again a online application procedure only. Okay, it is having 10 steps. Okay, how many steps it is having? 10 steps. So step by step we will try to discuss. Step 1. In step 1, you have to visit Drug Control Administration website. Okay, first of all, you have to visit. See, I wanted to manufacture some tablets. Okay, I wanted to manufacture some medicine. So, as I like, I cannot do it. First thing, I need to take health license for it. So, how should I, apply for it? So, these are the procedure. In the first one, what should I do? I have to visit the Drug Control Administration website. So, what is that website? Drug Control Administration. So, visit okay, www.drugcontroladministration, DCA means what? Drug Control Administration dot Telangana dot government dot in. Okay, and select online drug licensing system and select online drug licensing system. Online drug licensing system. So after entering into that website, you are visiting that website, isn't it? So you will have an icon like this, online drug licensing system. So click on that. Okay, that is the first step. Now let's move to step 2. So in this, after clicking on online drug licensing system, you will have various options. So what you have to select? You have to select apply online. Select apply online. What you need to select? Select apply online. First time applicants, okay, very first time if you are registering, you need to register under new users. First time applicants, click on new users. Okay. Now, ma'am, what is this first time applicant, second time applicant? People may come for renewal also. When you are coming for renewal, you are not called as a first time applicant, isn't it? So, if you are coming for the second time, means for renewal, already you are having username and password. So, directly you are going to enter by entering your user ID and password, isn't it? So, for the very first time if you are trying to come as a new user, obtain user ID and password. And obtain user ID and password. I am writing in small now. Step 3. Okay. Then you will be sent a confirmation in the form of SMS to your mobile number or to your email ID. Okay. Confirmation is sent to your mobile number or email ID. Okay. Then you will get your user ID and password. Okay. Then applicant, what he can do? Applicant can now log in. And proceed with online application. So understood these 3 steps. steps. What is the first step that you need to do? You have to log in into www.dca. What is that DCA? Drug Control Administration. So drugcontroladministration.government.in, and then you have to select online drug licensing system. Second one, you have to select a icon called apply online and click on new users, create your user ID and password, and that confirmation will be sent to your mobile number. Then using those user ID and password, you can proceed in online filling of the form. Okay, now comes step 4. So totally how many steps are there? 10 steps are there. Step 4. So select the service category. Select the service category. Okay. What is that service category here? Okay. And type of license from the drop down, and type of license from the drop down. So what is this category all about? Why you have to select the service category and type of license? So whether you are a wholesaler, or whether you are a retailer, or whether you are a trader, or whether you are a manufacturer, you write it in bracket if you want. Retailer, comma wholesaler, or comma manufacturer. What exactly you are? Are you a distributor? That category, service, what kind of service are you giving? That you need to select from the drop down. Okay. Now, fifth one, checklist or documents to be attached to it. Okay. Checklist or documents to be submitted in step 5. Checklist or documents to be submitted. Okay, checklist or else documents to be submitted for each service, means for retailer, for wholesaler, for manufacturer. For each service the checklist will be different, the documents that you need to upload will be different. So that you need to observe and create soft copies. Be ready with your soft copies. Whatever the documents that they are having, simply what you have to do, you should keep on uploading them. If you are a retailer, observe the checklist, what kind of checklist they are giving, and upload them. If you are a wholesaler, what kind of checklist they are giving, that you upload. If you are a manufacturer, what kind of checklist they are giving, you observe it, prepare your soft copies and upload it. Okay, this is the step 5. Step 6, applicant need to fill in the form. Applicant need to fill in the firm details. Applicant needs to fill in the firm details. Means obviously when you are doing your retail business or wholesale business, you have your own firm on your name. Some kind of name you have kept your firm. So that firm you have to give. Okay, firm details or constitution details. Under which constitution you come, constitution details. Okay, then any other required documents. Any other required information or any other required information. Okay, so what is that you need to do? Step 6, the applicant means you, the user. You, while filling the application, they will ask some information about your firm, about your constitution details, or any other required details it will be asking you. Okay, that also you need to fill. The next procedures I will discuss in the next session. Thank you girls. Have a nice day.